Hey guys, it's Garrett. I want to go over a mouth call that I'll be using this year in the woods for elk. And more importantly, I want to go over how to tune it. And I think there's a lot of information on how to use these calls, so I'm not going to go over that. But I'm going to go over on how to tune it because I think there's kind of an information gap there. And I kind of want to fill it and show you guys that maybe if these sound pallets on these primos, this is a double split reed sound pallet primo call. And I think that a lot of guys just buy them and the pallet may not be in the right position or the right depth or the right height for the roof of their mouth, and they just junk it, toss it away, or go on to the next one. And primos is a great call or a bad call depending on that. Well, these things are really adjustable. You can tune them not only with the sound pallet, but you can also tune them this way as well, pulling or loosening the latex that way. So I'm going to go over some calls with the setting on high, and then I'm going to go down low and put that thing down there and act like maybe I sat on it. I had it in my butt pocket, I sat on the call, and now I'm trying to use it, and it's just not making calls that I want. Now, a lot of these calls, straight out of the gate, I can't make sounds with them. And I do have to adjust these sound pallets about 80 to 90% of the time. And that's just the way they work for me. Everybody's mouth's different. And by no means am I Corey Jacobson, a world professional elk caller, elk whisperer. So I'm gonna, just come at you as an average consumer, an average caller that does get some success during the season and definitely knows how to tune a call. So this is in a decent position for me, maybe a little bit too high, but I'm going to start here and then I'm going to go way down low with the sound palette and just show you how restricted you can get just by having this thing off maybe an 1/8 of an inch. So here we go. A lot of different sounding elk calls there. You can get those lower pitches as well, and you can get those higher pitches as well too. If you want to sound like a calf or a cow separated from the herd, you can do that. You can sort of throw your voices around that way and this way, and that's why I really like this call. I'll try to bugle with it in this position and see how it goes as well. So it's in a pretty good spot for my mouth. I could probably tune it a little bit better and get better pitches out of it. That's going to be good enough to get an answer back first thing in the morning and do a locator bugle. That's pretty much exactly what we did last year, and we were getting 4 to 5 bugles back, and we were like, okay, which one do you want to go after? And that's pretty much exactly what we were doing last year. Here's what we weren't doing. We weren't using the call not tuned, and I'm going to push that sucker way down there. And I think this happens to a lot of people out there. So check this out. Same reed or same mouth call, just different position on the sound palette. So already I can tell that I'm not going to get the high pitches that I was. My range is way more restricted. I can get the lower pitches and the drop-offs, and that's really about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this back out here, and it's not going to be in the same position as when I started, so it's going to sound a little bit different. But this is going to be close to where I need it, I think. Maybe go a little farther down. So, all right, so that is all the way down, and here goes back up to the top. So I have that a little bit higher than I did before, and that's how I was able to hit that higher note. But that is really close to where I like it. I might need a little bit lower, but that is the difference between having your sound palette tuned and not tuned. So I'll do one more little call sequence and see if I can make a few different sounds with it, show you how versatile this call can be. And you can really do this with most calls with the sound palette. So here we go. So, bugled, cow called, calf call, whatever you want to do, this call can do it all. And just find out what works for you, but don't get one of these calls and not tune it. I think you're going to regret it. So, hopefully that helps somebody out there, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.